Welcome back to Midnight Whispers. Don't forget to subscribe, turn off the lights, and let's step into something you can't unhear. It started 2 years ago, right after my 19th birthday, when I noticed something strange about my photos. I was scrolling through my phone, looking at pictures my friend had taken at my party, and every single one of them showed me smiling. A wide, perfect smile, teeth showing, eyes bright, like I was the happiest person in the world. But I wasn't smiling that night. In fact, I remember being upset because my boyfriend hadn't shown up. I remember crying in the bathroom at one point. But in the pictures, I looked joyful, completely fine, not a trace of sadness. I thought maybe it was just good timing. Maybe the camera caught me mid-blink or something. But then I started noticing it in other pictures too, in old ones, in random selfies, even in the ones I took when I was crying. Somehow, my reflection was always smiling. At first, I laughed it off, thinking maybe it was some weird phone glitch. I even joked about it with my friends, but none of them believed me until I showed them. I took a new picture right in front of them, with a straight face, no emotion at all. And when I opened the gallery, there it was, me smiling again, not a little smirk, but a full grin, like someone had forced my face into it. My friends went quiet, nervous laughter, awkward silence. And then one of them said maybe it was a filter. But my camera had no filters on. I checked everything, even reset my phone. But it didn't stop. Every new photo of me, same thing, same smile, same eyes, like a mask I didn't choose to wear. I started to hate taking pictures. I'd avoid group photos, cover my camera lens, even stopped using social media for a while. But my friends would tag me in old ones, and the worst part, some of those older photos changed too. Ones from years ago, ones printed out, in frames, my face smiling wider than before. The first time I realized it wasn't just digital was one night when I couldn't sleep. I went into the living room for some water and noticed the family photo on the wall. It was from Christmas, taken when I was 16. I remember I had braces and refused to smile. But in the picture, my mouth was wide open, perfectly white teeth, no braces. I felt my stomach twist. I took the frame down, looked at it closer, and there it was, the same unnatural smile. I flipped it over, half expecting to see some trick or replacement, but it was the same old picture, same photo paper, just changed. I asked my mom the next morning if she'd noticed anything weird about it. She looked confused and said, "Honey, you've always been smiling in that picture." I wanted to argue, but her tone made me stop. She sounded tired, like she'd rehearsed that answer before. I went back to my room and looked at all my photos, every single one, from childhood to now, all smiling. Every version of me laughing, grinning, glowing, even when I remembered the exact moment being anything but happy. It made me feel disconnected, like maybe I wasn't remembering right. Or worse, maybe those smiles weren't mine to begin with. I tried taking new ones with a different camera, even borrowed my dad's old film camera, thinking it might prove something. And when I developed the film, there it was again, that same hauntingly perfect smile. But this time, in one of the photos, I noticed something else. The background behind me looked different, darker, like it wasn't the same room I was standing in. And in the reflection of the window, someone else was there, standing right behind me, grinning. After that, things got worse. I'd wake up to find new photos saved in my phone that I didn't take, pictures of me sleeping, or walking down the hall, or standing by the window in the middle of the night. All of them had the same thing, my smile, that same expression. But in these pictures, my eyes looked wrong, too open, too alert, like the smile wasn't coming from me. I went to the police once, showed them one of the photos, but they said it must be a prank or someone hacking my phone. They didn't understand. The timestamps on those pictures were from times I knew I was alone. And yet, there I was, smiling, like someone else was holding the camera. My roommate moved out after one night when she caught me standing in the hallway at 3 a.m., smiling at nothing. She said my eyes were open, but I didn't respond. I don't remember any of that, but she swore it happened. I started recording myself sleeping to prove her wrong. And when I watched the footage, I almost dropped my phone at 2:47 a.m. I sat up in bed, slowly turned toward the camera, and smiled, then whispered something I couldn't make out. But I wasn't awake. I know I wasn't, because in the background of the video, you can see my reflection in the mirror doing something completely different. She wasn't smiling. She was staring straight at me. I tried deleting everything, destroying every picture. But it didn't matter. New ones appeared, some even printed, placed neatly on my desk or under my pillow. One morning, I woke up and found a new photo taped to my bathroom mirror. Me wearing the same clothes as last night, same messy hair, but my mouth stretched wide in that unnatural grin. I tore it apart, burned it, but the ashes spelled something, just faintly visible in the sink. Keep smiling. I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. Every mirror started to feel like a trap, so I covered them all. But I could still feel it, that version of me watching from somewhere else, waiting. My mom noticed how anxious I'd become and suggested therapy. But when I tried explaining, she just smiled and said, "At least you're happy now." And for a second, I saw it, her smile, too wide, too familiar, like mine. I ran out of the house that night and stayed at a motel. I thought I'd escaped, but when I opened my phone to call a friend, my wallpaper had changed. It was a picture of me, taken right then, sitting on the motel bed, smiling. I stopped taking pictures entirely, threw away my phone, my laptop, everything. Started using a flip phone with no camera just to feel safe again. But the smiles didn't stop. Strangers would come up to me saying they'd seen me online, in pictures, in ads, on random accounts, all with my face, smiling, but none of them were me. One woman even showed me one on her phone. It was a missing person poster. My name, my face, smiling back. I told her it was a mistake, but the date on it was from a year ago. And underneath it said, "Last seen March 12th. The same day my photos started changing. I went to the address on the poster, the police station that issued it. But they had no record of me, no file, nothing. It was like I'd never existed. And when I looked in their security monitor, I saw the same smile again. Only this time it wasn't just in the photo. It was on my face in real time. I touched my lips, tried to stop it, but they wouldn't move. My face felt stiff, frozen in place. And in that moment, I realized it wasn't me doing it anymore. Something else was. Now I live mostly in the dark, away from cameras, away from people. But sometimes, even without a lens, I feel it happening. The corners of my mouth twitching, lifting, stretching into that same awful grin, like my body remembers even when I don't want it to. Last week, someone sent me a letter. No return address. Just one haunted photo inside me, sitting right here, writing this story, smiling, and behind me, another version of me doing the same thing. Only she wasn't writing, she was watching. I tore it up, burned it, cried until morning. But I know it's useless now. I see that smile every time I blink, every time I close my eyes. It's still there, waiting. And maybe this isn't a story about pictures anymore. Maybe it's about losing control of what makes you human. Maybe whatever's in those smiles isn't trying to be seen, it's trying to stay. And the moment you notice it, it never goes away.